In the heart of a bustling city in West Africa, there lived a young man named Kofi. Raised by a single mother in a modest village, Kofi had always been determined to rise above his circumstances. His mother, though poor, instilled in him a deep sense of ambition and the belief that love and loyalty were the most important things in life. As a young adult, Kofi moved to Accra in search of better opportunities. There, he met Amina, a beautiful and intelligent woman from a prominent family. She was everything he had dreamed of, kind, charming, and full of life. They quickly fell in love, and Kofi believed that his life had finally found its purpose. For the first time, he thought he had everything he wanted, a woman who loved him and a future they would build together. But Amina's family had other ideas. They did not approve of Kofi. They saw him as too poor, too ambitious, and not the right match for their daughter. Amina, torn between her love for Kofi and her family's expectations, felt trapped in a web of conflicting loyalties. She had been raised to honor her family above all else, and they had arranged for her to marry a wealthy man, someone who could ensure her financial security and elevate her social status. Kofi was devastated when Amina broke up with him, torn between love for her and his deep sense of pride. Despite the pain, he tried to move on. But the love he felt for her was like an unshakable shadow. He couldn't focus on his work, and his business ventures began to falter. Friends noticed his decline. He was no longer the ambitious young man they had once admired. Kofi lost his drive, his motivation, and slowly, his fortune. Desperate to win Amina back, Kofi sold his belongings, including his family's ancestral land, to finance a lavish gift, a beautiful house that he believed would prove his worth. He sent it to Amina, hoping it would change her mind. But when she saw the gesture, she felt overwhelmed, but also more trapped. Amina's parents had already arranged her marriage, and she felt torn. She had chosen duty over love. In the end, Amina married the man her family had chosen. She and Kofi never saw each other again. Kofi's life spiraled further after that. Without the support of his family, without Amina, and without his wealth, he found himself living on the streets. He had lost everything in the pursuit of love, which he now saw as a cruel illusion. He reflected on his mistakes, how he had believed love could conquer all, how he had ignored his own ambition, and how he had sacrificed everything for a fleeting hope. Years later, as he sat in a small cafe on the outskirts of Accra, he looked back on his life and realized that he had learned one valuable lesson: love, no matter how powerful, should never come at the expense of one's self-worth, dreams, or dignity. But it was a lesson too late learned, and one that cost him everything he had.